Hey guys, Rogue Orange here. Welcome back to the channel. And in the 80s and 90s, the Nintendo versus the Sega console wars were really starting to heat up. But the one thing that both fan bases could agree on is that they would love to play those home console games portably. Whether you were on the bus or heading to school, you wanted to be able to have the console home experience anywhere. Of course, Nintendo laughed at you when you said you wanted to play Shaq Fu on the family car trip. But see, Sega had you covered. This is the Sega Nomad. Released in the fall of 1995, this was direct competition to Nintendo's Game Boy. And see, this featured a lot of things that the Game Boy didn't, such as not being able to fit in your pocket. The first noticeable feature of the Nomad is its shape and size. Good lord, this thing would look like it hurt if it fell on your foot. Overall, the system looks really well built, and the buttons feel good, the D-pads, they all feel like console quality. Flipping to the bottom, we have options for volume and headphones if you want to do that, a second controller port in case your friend wanted to join in on the fun, and a brightness setting for the screen. We'll get back to that later. And at the top, we have power as well as a DC in port, as well as AV out. And in here is the cartridge input. Now, you may be thinking, hold on, Buster, you told me this was a portable console experience. And you're right. It is. What are you gonna do? Play Sega Game Gear cartridges, these little dainty things on here? Hell no. You're gonna play Sega Genesis games on this portable Sega Genesis. With its ability to be portable as well as being able to be plugged into your TV at home, this was basically the Nintendo Switch 20 years before the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo stole this idea. And unfortunately though, ours really isn't portable because in order to chew up 6 AA batteries, you would need a battery pack, which was not included with the system. So we're gonna have to use that DC in port that we looked at just a few moments ago. And boy, this is the size of a concerning growth. But it's okay, it was the 90s, everything wasn't safe for you. Alright, we got our Nomad plugged into power, we got our cartridge put into the system. Let's turn this bad boy on. Try this again. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me turn this down. First of all, those speakers are great. Only issue is the screen. It could be a lot worse, actually. Alright, so this is actually just a demo of Sonic. You can't actually play this one, but it was the first cartridge I could find on my in my collection that was a Genesis one. But this is a great example of using the speakers and the screen to their potential. Let me just say, the speakers are great on this thing. The speakers are obviously sound very good, but the screen itself, I mean, it could be better, it could be worse. There's definitely a sort of like a motion blur type thing when you're moving really fast. I mean, otherwise it's fine. And that's really the biggest complaint about the Nomad, is that the screen isn't the best, but there are screen mods you can do nowadays to make the experience better. So is this really even a valid complaint? But yeah, the screen could look worse. It could honestly look worse for being a portable Sega Genesis. I mean, if the screen is the worst complaint about a portable Sega Genesis, I feel like you're willing to live with that, considering that this is literally a home console experience that you could theoretically take with you anywhere you went. Overall, I think the Sega Genesis is a very good console, and I think the Sega Nomad is a very good portable console, which combines the best of both the home experience and the portable experience. Despite all these wonderful features and upsides to the potential of the system, the Game Boy still sold more. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video on the Sega Genesis Nomad. If you guys enjoyed this retrospective, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, check out my channel page. I occasionally post polls and behind the scenes stuff there for you to see. Check out all the social links in my description. Be sure to hit the bell when you subscribe, actually, because a lot of you don't seem to see my videos, and clicking the bell when you subscribe is going to be the best way for you to see those videos when they go live. Also, shout out to Poggers, the sponsor of my channel. Be sure to Use my code or the link in the description to save 10% on your order. Anyways, my name's Rogue Orange, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.